All right, here we go. Um, this is Zoomer 2v2. Um, let's just jump into it. I think it's Champ 1. Solo queue. I don't think I've watched this before. Okay. Well, cheating up. I mean, I'm gonna nitpick because, of course, I am. But I think you can do like a no boost speed flip even. It it's slightly fat, or even sometimes I think when you're cheating up, you should use like just a bit of boost. Because like this is pretty far away from the ball. Just on the cheat. Could do like a little bit more, like 57 boost. Let's say you use like 12 to 20 of that, something like that. I don't really know the exact numbers. You get like a little bit closer because you're really far away, and they went for corner boost, so it doesn't really matter as much. But if they were cheating, like they'd be so much faster than you to this ball, and it makes sense for you to try and like go for a shot here, but because you can't really control this, you're already going supersonic. If you slow down, you'll just have 20 boosts to work with, and it'll be pretty difficult mechanically. So it makes sense that you want to do this, but obviously you want to put that on net. This I don't really think is a good idea. But once this guy's awkward, I think you can just wait like in this area until he gets like it bounces off and then he goes for it. Because you can see that he can't really like rebound this ball. And if he can rebound this ball, where's he gonna hit it? So here you hit it past him. He's landing here. Either he's gonna like the ball's gonna bounce into him, he's gonna hit it this way, or he's just like, so either the ball gets touched this way, or the ball just continues going this way, and you kind of don't really like know what to do. You're like, okay, you're like, it's first man versus last man. You should challenge it, of course. Usually that is the case with first man versus last man, but it's actually a free ball. You just have to be. This is pretty good, like where you're facing your card this way, so that if it goes, over here, you can cover it, and you're not moving very fast. You can definitely make that turn, towards this. And here you just panic. I think you see that he doesn't follow it. You definitely could like take, like a bit of like not really like time with the ball, but you can do something more than just shoot it, because he's right here. Just doing a ground shot isn't really gonna help much. You can definitely like backboard pass this even. I think would be like a really good option, because if you think back to here, your teammate's getting mid boost. He's just got the mid boost. If you hit it, just bang, then it comes back like out here. Your teammate can like come through and fake the shot. But just trying to like push it this way isn't really gonna do anything because he's just here to block it. So when you have like this window where it's like, wow, you have them in a like a tough position, but it's not like this should be a goal. If you shoot it, like realistically, this isn't like a situation where this should be a goal if you shoot it. I think just putting this into a position where your teammate has a similar situation, but he's in that situation where he should have a goal. If you just go for a backboard pass, and maybe they would have gotten back, but you got to be taking a bit more risks in situations like these, because just doing the easy shot here isn't really going to do anything. Even if you did connect with that, he's kind of just going right where you're shooting it. And obviously you didn't mean to infield past that, because that would be dumb. Okay, well, I mean, I think your opponent, or I think your teammate scores here, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of just a bad play by them by passing the ball to your teammate. Now, first of all, boost management, so 30 boost, uses it, gets 12. Yeah, I think that, yeah, so you use the 12 boost, you gotta get a little bit of speed to get back. Now, I don't know why you're tapping boost here. Like, you're only losing a little bit of boost, but I've definitely seen it way worse than like most of the people I've coached, or like just watched replays even. Um, but like there's just no reason to like be touching boost at all. So you went from 12 to 8, you used 4 boost as you went over that pad. And then you start touching boost again. I think once you get to this point, it's like you might need to rotate back into the play. Like, why are you using boost? You're just emptying your tank on the assumption that you're gonna get this corner boost, which I think isn't actually a good idea. I think you could have made do with 24 boost, grabbed a few more pads, and stayed in the play. And also, you drove over mid boost even, thinking it was gonna spawn when your teammate just took that. And like, you're just really far out of the play. Your teammate probably like doesn't score here normally. They just kind of mess it up. And that's like, I think a general problem with you is like, you just go like, you go so far back. Usually you want to be trying to, if you can get the mid boost, that would make sense. If the mid boost's not there, you just grab pads. Going all the way back here is like, they could like, if your teammate just loses a 50 or doesn't score, you know, and most likely he's not going to score in situations like these, where there's just 2 defenders, then you're just getting 2v1'd. And that's not his fault, because, I mean, you know, it could be his fault, but still. That's a pretty good kick. Oh, yeah, it's a good kickoff over it. I like the flip. I think it's a little bit of a weird flip. It's not a speed flip. Yeah, it's a side flip, so learn to speed flip, I'd say. But hey, I guess it's something. You see him far away, you try to shoot it behind him into the corner. Doesn't quite work out, and you get the boost. Oh, rip, you could have scored that. Oh no, that's a rip. Wow, okay, well, you get bumped, you get the boost from him. I think it's a little bit risky to go here because your teammate looks like he's turning. But at least you get a freebie. I think if they were actually gonna do like a threatening challenge, like he could have flicked it over you, then you just fake challenge here because your teammate might be going. But then they just do that, so it's free ball. I think that's a decent touch. You just gotta be more consistent with like plays like these. And you know, mechanics are hard to learn, but like if you want to hit GC, for example, you can't really be hitting the crossbar on that. I mean, I probably still would though, to be honest. Okay, this leads me to another thing. Positioning. The way you're like going up, making this turn, and like it's good that you're staying in the play because you don't need boost, and you know it makes sense that your team could get it past mid. But the way that you're turning is this way, and then like what can you do? You can challenge this ball over here. If it goes over here, you can challenge it from the side, but then you never want to be facing sideways on a challenge usually. Um, like shadowing kind of, you can be like slightly to the side so that you're not directly straight on, but this isn't a shadow ball. This is a last man ball that you should be like pushing up, like facing towards their end. So I wouldn't recommend just doing this like straight cut around their box. Take a bit of a wider turn, maybe around to the midpoint, and then if the ball goes middle, you know, you can go for this. If the ball goes over here, you can go for this. But I have a feeling that something, if the ball's about to shoot away, that you're not really going to be able to do anything with, because there's really nothing you can do here. If anything happens, you never want to be facing sideways on to receive a pass, because it's just like you have to make a 90-degree turn to be able to do anything with the ball. And if you want to go for this ball without being able to do anything for it, if you want to be fast, then you're just going sideways, and like you could maybe go for a wall play, but I don't really like, you mechanically can't really do that. It's not really going to be helpful. See, okay. This is, I think you realize this, and you play this smart and not go for this ball, because you realize that if you go for this, it's just going to be a touch to the corner. You know, if you took a wider turn, something like this, you could be able to get a shot on that, but here it's just a touch in the corner. You see your last man maybe not want to take that risk for like a touch that's not really going to help. Though I think you do hesitate a bit. You shouldn't really be waiting around when you're like awkward, you know. When you're sideways, hey, you made a mistake, you can leave the play. You kind of just stop your car and then wait to see if they go, and then you're like, oh, maybe you'll go because they're kind of slow. Like, realistically, there's two of them there, you're not really going to beat them. And this is also not a great challenge. So, your teammate's like going back behind you. I think you should try and flick car cam on like just once or twice to see where your teammate's going. Because he could be going for boost, he could be going back, he could be going for, you know, the opposite corner boost. Um, you don't really know where he's gonna go. He might even try to challenge this because I remember you saying this one time. He's like, "Oh, my teammate was shadowing, and I went for the ball, and he also went, and he wasn't in a position to go for the ball." You know, you're not. This is the same thing. You know, you're shadowing, and you're not really in a position to challenge the ball. So if your teammate goes, is that your fault now? Maybe it is. You know, using your logic, it is at least. And because yeah, that was a pretty bad challenge. Usually, like yeah, so check where your teammate is. Let's see where he is. All right, he's just going back to net. So he makes the right play. Actually, you know, he probably could get corner boost, but he knows you're. I guess you're pretty awkward, so whatever. We're not really talking about his decisions. So he's going back, but you didn't know that. So now you're kind of awkward because you don't really. You just want to immediately. Your thought process is you want to immediately rush the ball because your teammate is back here. You want to be going. You don't want to be going this way for like too long. You want to get some separation from your teammates. So you immediately turn around. But like, it's just you have a lot of like space on the field to get a better challenge going, and I think I like how you kind of start to go to the outside here, which is what I would do. You know, it makes sense like go this way, but like, hold, I think you should like do this. It's like a fake challenge, you know, like that. That works as a fake challenge. So you start to turn towards the ball, then go back. Then they have to, and then they'll because like look at this. They're both here. This is like a situation. If both of the opponents are here, they're like scared. If you win a challenge here, it's past both of them. So obviously they're not gonna let you win a challenge, you know. So if you just go for like the littlest fake challenge, you go for this turn, you know, starts to shatter the ball. One of them is gonna be like, oh crap, they're challenging us, and they're gonna like just go for the ball. They're just gonna hit it. They're gonna get like a terrible touch. You shadow and then you collect, you know. And let's see what they do. That's the see. Look at that touch by them. Santa Hawk. He would have done this touch if you didn't challenge. Look at that. That was a terrible touch. If you were shadowing, you would have had like the perfect chance to get that. And now your teammate's in a 1v1 because you went for a challenge instead of just staying to shadow. And that's a goal. So looking at this, you have enough boost that you don't really have to be desperate. Just wait shadowing on the ball because they're gonna panic. Um, and then it's the 50 that allows them to get a 2v1 on your teammate. So this goal is your fault. And I know this is I kind of take a long time to explain these things, but this also comes back to this. You're positioned badly. You have to let them clear the ball. And then you challenge badly. So, and again, this is kind of the same thing as, you know, facing backwards and facing sideways are kind of the same thing. It's just facing backwards, you need to make two 90-degree turns. Um, and then, you know, facing sideways, you just need to make one 90-degree turn. But it's it's just bad. It's bad. And facing backwards, and so this is why shadowing isn't the same thing as like facing backwards. Kind of. I don't know if I'm making sense, but like what you're doing here. Because shadowing, you're not actually challenging the ball. You're just waiting for them, and then you're supposed to be facing this way because this is the way you're gonna be pushing the ball. This way and then to the side, you know. So yeah, usually in twos, um, tip from I think it was an R Wally video, where you should never challenge the ball unless it can save a goal or it can score a goal. And this is not going to save a goal or score a goal, you know. And not like, oh, you know, just like it's like once you think about it, like it kind of just makes sense. Because unless they like read that you're gonna fake challenge and just control the ball, that kind of just works, you know. And then, well, just looking at the goal itself, your bad challenge gets over your teammate. Nothing you can really do. Uh, you should probably be guarding the net, to be honest. You realize your last back a long time ago. Yeah. If you're last back and it's like a play like this, where it's like he won't be able to get the goal, it has to be a pass. You want to do more one of these, yeah. But maybe you didn't realize that he couldn't score. I'm assuming that's what you thought, that he could have scored it. Yeah, I definitely think you should learn the speed flip. It's just really, it's a lot better. This is good, the way that you're like looking at the play, like using your car cam and ball cam. Oh, good plays though. I like I'm roasting you. So I like the way that you kind of like play this ball. I don't think you're planning on hitting this away because you need to jump off the wall, which is good. You never want to just like pass the ball when you don't have to. Controlling is like kind of overpowered, you know. I think this is a good challenge. And the reason I think it's good is because Santahawk is like nowhere near this play, and there's no chance they get it past you. The only thing they can do is 50 it and maybe into your corner, but Black Cod is right there, your teammate. So just 50ing last man because you know that your teammate will be next one to the ball if you lose it. Like they're not gonna be able to get a goal. Okay. This is so something I guess I'm starting to notice is that you like to make when you're trying to like, you know, I don't know, turn like stay in the play, you know, as you're rotating back, you kind of make these 90-degree turns and end up driving sideways, which isn't really going to help. The only reason I would suggest, I would say the only time you should ever really be driving sideways is if you're trying to fake challenge or shadow the ball, or if they have, you know, like no momentum, like they're going like super slow, they can't do anything, and you can just like take it off them or something. I don't know, but yeah, just you driving sideways here doesn't really make any sense because it doesn't make sense for you to be the one to challenge the ball. It makes like your teammate is, I don't know. Let's go back a couple of keyframes. Yeah. So your teammate's on the left, obviously. He's like, it doesn't make sense for you to go over here and then your teammate to just be, you know, waiting back. It would make a lot more sense for you to just go back to post and let your teammate push up. So usually just never try and cut across the field like this, to push the ball, you know, because they could very easily get this over you, and they do. And now you're just in a bad spot because you started leaving. And look, they hit it right to the corner where you were. And your teammate can't really get a good play on this ball because now they're on it. If you stayed here, just going back, boom, you can even like go back to where the corner boost is. You don't have to grab it, of course. Your teammate pushes this. The ball goes anywhere in this range, like this triangle sort of, even like further back. You being able to turn and get anywhere in this range, or it could be even wider range. Because this insane, like this whole half of the field is open. You can make a turn at any time there. Um, the entire orange half, pretty much, you can get it unless it goes to the left side of the field. Yeah, so you have to go back post here. Cool. And just wait for your. Okay, well, yeah, wait for your teammate to get it. I think here, you look like a little scared here. You have to be aware that they can kind of get a shot. Like the other guy could to go for this, and you need to like be aware of where he is. And he could have just shot the ball right here, and you weren't ready for it, but you didn't really see it, and he doesn't shoot it. Okay, well, you know, this is I think interesting. You know what I think? I think in your corners you can just play risky. Like no matter what. I mean not no matter what, but like your last man and this guy's first man, but he doesn't really have a threatening challenge. You don't have to flip into this ball. If you just single jump, you don't flip. It's like a lighter touch and you get back to it. And you kind of do get back to it. But this is what I would usually do in these situations where it goes to the corner. You can control this ball. And I mean, I don't think you should just like stop in front of the ball, because you should be at least like behind the ball so that if they do try and go, you block it. But you also don't need to be like, oh, I need to win the 50 or anything like that. You don't have to flip into the ball. Just like take a light touch into the corner and follow it. And this is a bit of a heavier touch because you're not really super aware of it. And then you get the block. Okay, you is allowed. You're so this is different because it's a different corner situation because they're beating you to the ball. This isn't possession. This isn't a challenge. This is like them beating you to the ball, just fair and square. So yeah, don't creep so close. If he played it fast and flicked it over you, you would have been really awkward. Your teammate would have been really awkward. They could have got a goal. They do take their time, and now this is the part where you don't really have to like fear this much when in your own corner, because if he gets it past you, it's only like just right here or on the backboard, and your teammate is like, obviously he just went back post. Your teammate is like, if he concedes a goal where they lightly push it middle in the only possible route, if you don't even hit this ball and he just hits it over here, like he can't really follow any touch he gets. That's all you need to do, is make sure he can't control the ball. If he hits the ball over you, that's fine. Like your teammate is obviously going to have that. He doesn't have a shot from here, or if he does, it's going to be an easy save. So definitely take those risks. If you miss the ball, it doesn't matter. As long as they can't get control of it, that's fine. You can try and make better touches than these. I think that was a decent attempt. But again, you do kind of give away possession a bit. Like you realize that he's like backwards, and this is situations where I might try to like do a wave dash, where I just single jump into it and then wave dash, and then I can flip again. It's unpredictable. I don't know exactly why I'm recommending this. It's kind of like weird. It's oddly specific situation. Whoa. Okay, let's just skip whatever I was talking about there. So I forget if you got the mid, but here, yeah, this makes sense. You wait for it in the corner, and this is what I'm saying. Okay, don't go in the air in the corner. That's like, I think here you can still shadow in the corner like what you're doing. If you just kind of wait here, he tries to go high across. He tries to go like high across the wall here. Then you turn that way and like make sure he can't put it down. You know, you just keep pushing the ball that way. Or if he goes down, then you can turn down the wall and challenge. Your teammate will be very ready if he somehow does just push it mid like this. Because the thing about people don't really realize about infield passes, they fear them a lot, but like an infield pass from the corner isn't really like that threatening unless it's an aerial one. But you can card aerial passes on the backboard, you know. Or if it's like, I'd say around here or further out. Maybe a bit closer. Maybe like this boost pad. But obviously this guy's a lot closer because if they're in like this area right here, your teammate will like see where the ball is going to this one guy and just 50 them. So when someone's pushing in the middle on the backboard, you don't have to challenge them in the corner. You can just shadow it on the backboard. And then you would have been, if you made that shadow turn instead of turning towards the ball, he would have coming down the wall like this, which is a lot more favorable. Instead, you kind of are facing the middle. You have to hit the ball kind of towards the middle. Just the way you turn here towards the ball, and then now you come down. Now you're centering the ball. So you try to hit it to the right. You get a mistouch, and hey, you touched it over them. But still, that was not a touch you wanted to get. That was not a situation you should have wanted to put yourself in. Because he could have beaten you to that. Yeah, you definitely have to go back here. You're a little bit slow to realize it. Like, I think right here, when you see your teammate flipping, it's like, okay, you can grab mid boost. You stay a little bit longer, but, you know, what are you going to do about it? Oh, that is a horrible hit. What? Why? Okay, well, just looking at the rotation, like, you know something's wrong in the rotation where you just start stopping in, like, the most random positions. And hey, would you look at that? Yummy in my tummy. Boop, boop. We just got another 90-degree turn alert right here. And it just, I don't really know why you'd be, you know, I think you're trying to like go become first man here, but that doesn't really make sense to challenge on the ground. Because like, he's clearly just pushing it up the wall. I don't really know why you're challenging this middle area. And then now you have to back up, and then now you're sideways again. And it's all because of I think generally if you want to make this turn, that's okay, but it needs to be up the wall. Like if you go up the wall, because he's going up the wall here. If you're going up the wall, you force him to hit it out. And then your teammate gets to turn. And also you can just fake challenge on the wall like this and then go back. That's a really weird drawing, but you know, don't be driving sideways usually. It's kind of rare. Like I don't usually see this a lot, but I guess it's something that you do. And now look where you're driving. Which direction would you say you're driving? Is it A, forwards, B, backwards, C, okay, you know, it's sideways. And this is what leads you to get touches like this. And I think you do need to realize that you have a lot of time here. And again, try to go for like a single touch even. And I don't know, a pinch, I don't know what you're trying to do. It's just a bad touch. It gives your team, it puts your teammate in a 1v1, a 2v1 even. He gets to play. I think you have a pretty good teammate here. You make a back post rotation, your teammate has an open net. He misses it. That was a good save from them. Yeah, okay, good. This is good what you're doing. Because it can be risky to go for this boost and then try and loop around and play the ball. But that's really risky because what's going to happen, you're going to get the boost. You're going to turn around and start start pushing the ball like this, and then they're gonna go in like this, and you're gonna team pinch it into your net. That's what always happens in this situation. So it's really good that you just stayed behind the ball and made this turn to get the boost. Now you didn't get it. It's unfortunate. What you gonna do, I guess, but you didn't. Oh, oh God. But this is definitely better. This is the turn I was talking about before. This is a good turn, the one to the right up the wall. Um, instead of going this way, you know, because it's a shadow defense. That's the main thing. This is a shadow defense, and you're going up the wall. Now you don't obviously you're not going to drive up to the ceiling or anything. Here, it's okay. It's okay to challenge the ball, yeah. But that was a horrible challenge, man. You don't want to. You don't. This is a situation you don't want to just try and stop them. You want to like get this away. That's a rip. And if you're uncomfortable challenging here, then it's okay to keep shadowing. You know, just go back down, and then the only thing he can do from here, well, there's two things. He can go back down, or he can hit it mid. And either way, you're gonna have it handled because, as I said, infield passes, like your teammate. So you're gonna be covering like this one here, the one on the right. If he goes down the wall, you'll still be shadowing. You'll still be pressuring it. And then obviously your teammate will just be like, okay, well if he just hits it, you know. And that's like you really don't ever have to challenge on the wall if you don't have to, if you don't want to. Rip. Left spawn. Kind of a bad spawn, but you know. I'm not I say that as like, oh, this is your fault. Why'd you spawn there? Wait, are you driving sideways? That kinda looks like you're driving sideways, man. You gotta make these turns like a little bit wider, because if you're just going like this, you're not really gonna like you can't. We're gonna aerial coax or pinch it. That's the only thing you can do. Like, never make that your only option. Don't be trying to drive towards this ball from the side. And now technically it's a diagonal, but like you know what I mean. It just always puts you in a bad spot. Ooh. I mean, yeah, you make a back post rotation when they have an obvious shot. There's no chance for control, so back post makes sense. I think it would make a little bit more sense to try and take it to the corner, but I don't think it's a terrible idea to try and clear this. They just, we're also flying there, Ooh. Gotta work on those mechanics, man. I don't know if you can be making misses like that. Oh no. Okay. Man. I don't know. Alright. So one of the main things I've seen, besides driving sideways, of course. So you're kind of shadowing this ball. You have 0 boost. You just have to keep it in the corner. So let's see where this so obviously this ball isn't on net. It's not. It's gonna bounce middle, but like you're gonna be first to it, obviously. You don't need to touch this ball really. I mean, you need to touch it, but you don't need to do any of these. Even if you're gonna pinch it right, this isn't your best play. I'd say what you should do is try and drive and just push it this. That's a wild line. But just like kind of stop your car as far to the left as possible, so you can make like as wide of a turn like this as possible, and just like try and stay behind the ball, because as long as you're behind the ball, they're gonna 50 you. But that's infinitely like as long as you're behind the ball, you can stop at least one person from scoring. If you're 2v1, not much you can do with 0 boost either way. And if you pinch this out, like, you really think they're not just going to drive all the wall and hit it back to the middle, and you're going to be back where you started? But as long as you stay behind the ball, like, just get, like, a light touch to the side here, like a little chip. Kind of like, like hitting it to the right. Don't flip into the ball. Don't try and do this pinch or this backboard hit. Just stay behind the ball, control it. It's in your corner. And there's no really way they can get around you in your corner as long as you have possession. You can give your teammate time to get back. Just keep the ball here, pretty much. And then hey, you hit it out, and they scored. And yeah, that was your fault. I mean, I like that you use like a little bit of boost here. I guess on the offset kickoff, it's actually like you don't really need to use any boost because you already kind of got the timing right. But you only use like 2 boosts anyways. So okay, so here I'd say as last man with passes like this, you should never really go for them unless it's like really scary for the other team that they might miss. Because now you put yourself in a bad spot because you kind of pushed up. Because if he actually gets a good bang on this, he just gets like a light pop, you could be in danger. But yeah. Oh, and also, you're you're in this corner, which isn't like it doesn't really make any sense to be here. Usually, if I want to be on this side, which I actually do kind of make this play where when teammate passes mid and I just say, nah, I'm not going middle, and I just like stay here. It's because I think that the opponent are gonna try and hit it back this way, and then I can make a play on the ball. But that's not what you're doing here, because what you're trying to do is like you're trying to like kind of like mirror the ball's movement, like it's going like this, and you try to mirror it, but that's not really gonna work because so you'll have to rotate back this way, and the ball will go this way, and then they're gonna have a dribble, and you're gonna be back post instead of shadowing, which you should be shadowing when it's a dribble. So normally, you want to be like, don't like this is turning sideways. It's driving sideways pretty much. Um, oops. You want to be if you want to make this play, it's more of a it's you're not actually pushing it. Just like stay further back. You could be even as far back as like mid boost or something if you want to make this play, which I think makes the most sense because like realistically he's not doing anything with this pass. And also, don't turn on the ball, man. You're last man, shadow it. That's a bad touch, man. You should just shadow the ball because you're just passing it to them. Like imagine what happens if you just like do like this and just turn back from here on out. He's gonna bang this. It's obvious. He's gonna just hit it away to you. Everybody does it in champ 1. Just fake challenge like he's literally gonna pass this ball to you in situations like these. Now your touch ends up being a pass, but like come on, man, that was a terrible touch. I'd say the only time where it kind of makes sense to like do a touch like this is when you're getting bumped. So I guess their bumps have been pretty good. You have to jump over them to get to the ball. I don't really know why you're boosting forward into their end. You definitely just need to get back. Maybe if you're cheeky, you could grab mid boost, but even then, that's leaving your teammate in a scary spot. Yeah, I mean, you're committed to being slow to get back, so might as well get corner boost. Oh, I mean, fake challenge the ball. So this is the same situation where I kind of mentioned earlier, where both of them are on the ball, and if you win a 50, they're in trouble. So they're obviously not gonna let you win the 50, or they're not gonna let you just easily hit it past them. If you just went for a fake challenge here, they just push it this way. They panic. They definitely flip into the ball, and you turn back around and control it, and that could be an open net. Because if they both go here, then it's an open net. Only yeah, but they will. I think they both went. I actually can't really tell. Back post. Cool, free ball. Did not need to give it away like that. But hey, it's a goal somehow. Well, I wouldn't say somehow. It was a good play by you, a good shot. But still, you definitely have a lot of time to catch this ball and go for a flick. Your flicks are really good. It's something you could rely on a lot, I guess. But like, don't give the ball away, man. You kind of give the ball away. You get a bit of a lucky bounce. They don't go for it. Perfect storm, and it's kind of an open net when it really shouldn't be. Good shot though, I guess, you know. Okay. Are you trying to hit this left? I can't tell. I mean, okay, well, let's just look at both options. Either you're trying to hit it left or you just get a bad kickoff. It kind of looks like you get a bad kickoff, but I'll just say this. If you're trying to, or not left, why is I saying left this whole time? I mean right. If you're trying to hit it right, don't flip left. I'd say just hit the left of the ball and flip right. Don't hit the middle of the ball and flip left, you know. But whatever. I'm assuming that's just a fluke kickoff. Okay, a mistake. I'd say this is a pretty good time to challenge, actually. Because, like, let's be honest, they're both so close to this ball that if you fake challenge, one like it's not really gonna help you because you're not gonna be able to get possession off that. Like one of them's just gonna get to the ball quick. But yeah, you know, if you push this, it means they can't counterattack. Your teammate gets time to push. Now I think you could have tried to take a bit more control with this. And actually, that was a good play. Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah, push it up the ramp. I think you just got lucky because he bumped you and slowed you down before you hit it. Yeah. And then you get control of it accidentally because you got a light touch. A bit of boost management here. 25 boost. You use it on nothing. You use it to drive sideways, mind you. Driving sideways. If you're in this position, the only time you should be driving sideways from this area, the only time you should turn this way is if if the ball's like, I don't know, off screen in this direction, getting centered, and you want to steal the boost or demo. Or you know, doesn't have to be, if you just want to demo and you're going like this way, then you know maybe it makes sense. You just want to like push them out of the goal so they can push it in, but don't, like, I don't know, don't drive sideways here, man. Just go back. Like what? Like look. Oh, the ball. You were right. It did go in the perfect spot for you to be driving sideways. Now what can you do? Oh, that's crazy. You can pass the ball to them. Now imagine if you just went back. Does that really make a difference? If you just already were going back? I don't know. Well, oh, fake challenge. Dang, bro, you could fake challenge. You're just waiting it, ball, bro. You're just waiting. He could have just hit it over you. But he's a typical one. If you're awkward... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what is this? That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I mean, I think you're pretty far back for fake challenge. I think, well, yeah, you know, just try to do like, you know, one of these. Just fake challenge more. I'd say. I think you know how shuttle defense works. You just don't really use it for twos. I don't know. Okay, it makes sense for you to go for that. Your aerial was pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. This isn't even a fast aerial. Do you not know how to fast aerial? It's just a double jump aerial. You just double jump and then you turn back. You better know how to fast aerial, bro. Otherwise, crimes. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, my God, bro. That was crazy. I mean, you didn't need to do that. You did not need to do that. But I think it was pretty cool, so. Dude, there was nobody near you. Why are you flicking this ball? I mean, it was a pretty cool flick, though, to be honest. Yeah, I mean. when yeah, okay. They're very far away. You can definitely wait a little bit longer to flick. But hey, what a flick, bro. Hey. Hey, hey, this is the first time you've shadowed the ball instead of just randomly challenging it for no reason. Maybe it's not. Now here, you kind of have to shadow from the inside. I think you probably should try and switch to outside because, shadow on the outside usually. But at least like for here, like waiting until you can get a break to go to the outside, and then he just like flicks it for no reason. And then hey, you don't challenge the ball, because it's not really a threat. Boom, gives it away. If your teammate probably shouldn't hit this, you have a free ball, but I guess he panics because it's going mid. So now your back post, they have a shot. Rip. Okay, it's off. Cool, go. Oh, 69 boost. I think if you're like in this position where you're like your last man, obviously you're not gonna be just going for this ball. Try and instead of just like stopping your car, try and like make like a little turn back this way and then like a loop that way, because then you'll be shadowing the ball when you need to make your decision, and then you can turn up. Because you gotta think, if you're turned towards the wall and if it hits this ball to the wall, then it makes it a lot easier. You can turn back now, and now you're turning back because you're shadowing. Again, this is kind of somewhat the right play, but it feels like you're not really like fully. You're only half realizing that you can control this. But why are you? So you're last man, right? Why are you even like putting it this way at all? Why don't you just like go back into the corner? Because like it looks like you're trying to control the ball here, like you single jump instead of just like flipping into it. But like, why do you touch this at all? You just pass it to him. I would say push it. Okay, hold on. Let me just switch because I can't really like see it. So when the ball is going this way, um, can I? Okay, this doesn't really work, does it? But does it work when I do this? Crap. Oh, that works. Okay. So the ball's going this way, right? You don't need to hit it that way. If you just, the ball goes here, then you like turn, and then you just hit it like push it all the way across, or yeah, just push it all the way across. That's a play that like people don't really like realize you can do. The only threat is if they are close enough to demo you, but he's not, and he doesn't really have enough speed either. You just do this, then bring it across. This guy's, now he's in the corner. He's useless. He has to go back unless he wants to be like you and start driving sideways across the box and be stupid. And then it's just like your teammate has time to get back too. And if you're me, then you can take this and start going up the ceiling and full field ceiling shot into a reset into mostly flicker or something like that. But I'm joking. I'm not that good. But yeah, you need to be aware of this option, and there are times when you should use it. Just bring it back into the corner and bring it across. Because just doing that touch just passes it, and that could have been a goal if your teammate didn't get back. Yeah, I think that's okay to go for. Yeah, cool. I was just looking at like, I was like, why didn't you control it? And I realized, oh, right, you can't air dribble from this position, right? Normally, if I tried I'd try to pop it up, land on the wall, and then follow it, But hey, this is a good touch for one of those, I guess. I like this the single jump challenge. It's good. You realize that he's driving backwards. You're gonna win no matter what you do, as long as you just touch the ball and don't get dunked. Flip out of the way. You grab corner. Oh, you missed corner boost. Okay, get back. Good. And don't go boost over ball now. Whoa. Okay. I guess that that could have been a goal. For one, you missed corner boost. can't really be doing that. I think here you could get mid boost. Because here, like, you see that, well, first of all, you flip before you even know where the ball is, so you're committed to a location that you don't know if it's worth anything. But also, you miss, so you could have got mid boost there. Because it's not really going to slow you down on your way back. Hold on, go back that one little spot where you missed the corner. So, going here and going here, okay, that's kind of weird, but like going to mid boost and then going back, the line is like going into the corner, man. It's so weird. Yeah, like going mid boost and going back is like kind of the same as doing this, you know. It's gonna give you a better angle, and it's not really that much slower. And with zero boost, it makes sense. Obviously, if you're going for corner boost, that's gonna be a lot longer. But mid boost, I'd say, if you've already gone to this side of the field, you can just grab. But if you choose not to get mid boost, you gotta get more pads in these. Like, learn the pads, I guess. That's what I'm saying. So right here, the pads you should be taking is this one, this one, this one, this one. 48. Alternatively, you could do this one, this one, this one, and then kind of go a back post. I know it's a zigzag, but like, you don't need to be going 200 kph at this time when you're waiting back post, you know. Instead, you grab one pad. Now you have 12 boost. Also, you drive way too far out, like away from the back post when your teammate's already on the backboard guarding your post. And so this isn't going to be a shot. And if it is, waiting back post is fine because that's not really like that threatening. You don't need to be like, oh, I need to be going closer to this ball. And if it's a pass middle, then giving you back post gives you more range to block this. Because, like, think about it. If the ball goes out middle, you having to do a 90-degree turn isn't great, but if you're just back post, it's like, you kind of just, you can just, it's part of your turn, you know? You have more, your time to make that turn, it's not as sharp. You going back post would probably be able to challenge this instead of just being stuck doing spins in the goal. But also, you should have gotten the boost, but cool. They missed. Good. Oh, ceiling shot. Oh, air dribble. Crazy. I mean, it was a pretty horrible air dribble. I ain't gonna lie. But I guess from this position, it makes sense to go for it. Like, yeah, go for it. Go for a wall play. It's just a horrible wall play. Oh, don't go for their boost now. No. So here, your teammate is in a 1v1. You have 30 boost. And if you just go back along these pads, you can get almost up to 100. Getting this corner boost is like, this adds so much time. Okay, well, they just pass it to your teammate, but, you know, and also, rotating near side is kind of bad. Yeah, just going back, grabbing the middle row pads would have been a lot better. Never just like go for their corner boost while your teammate's in a 1v1, man. That's just, oof. Even a 2v1, I don't know where the teammate is. Where is he? He'll be pushing up too. I mean, why is he just taking his time, man? The power play into the opponent goal. Oh, he's just taking his time to go middle. Wow. Okay, well, I'm not here to roast it. I'm here to roast you. But yeah, when your teammate's in a 1v1, like 2v1 or whatever, don't go for their corner boost. When you're this far away from the play, look how much small pads are here. Oops. I just made it transparent. What did I just do? What am I doing, bro? Alright, there we go. Sorry. But like, look, 1, 2, 3. There's like all these. Why are we just go back, please? Don't leave your teammate. I mean, you've already left your teammate in a 1v1. Now you're just making it worse. Look at him, bro. I mean, Lego Staley, man, that is a horrific touch. I mean, if he gets that touch and just stays with the ball, then it's a goal no matter what. Well, actually, not no matter what. He can still throw it if he plays it right. And then also you grabbing this boost. I guess it's not the worst, but yeah. They touch. You're driving sideways into these challenges, and I really don't like it. I just, why are you expecting the ball to go middle, man? That's like, you really think they're just gonna start like, oh, actually, like Santa Hawk's like, oh yeah, actually, I just want to push this ball over here. That's exactly what he wants to do. Like, that's just not really gonna happen. If you want to like be guarding this area, you should be last man. Shadow this area. Be turning back. Your teammate can then push up this side. Because, and then also, I might be actually too far ahead here. I need to go back a little bit. Yeah, your teammate's already, your teammate's already there. You could be first man. I don't. I think it kind of does make sense for you to be first man here, but you have to be like making this loop on the ball. So, making this turn as he goes this way, and then boom, you meet him in the corner. Like, don't do this turn, bro. What is that? You horrible, horrible player. Oh, he's gonna like, you're driving sideways again. Look at that. Hmm. The thing is, if you do this, it's not gonna help, bro. Like, it's not gonna help. If you're in this position, just fake challenge, bro. Or you can only challenge if it's a low speed ball where they can't do anything, and he can literally, boom. You're lucky your teammate was there and the other guy was just nowhere to be seen, despite being literally like right here. Like, that could have gone past you, and then he could have demoed your teammate, and then he could have gotten another touch. Like, just don't challenge from the side, bro. Specifically the side when you're hitting it up the wall, because you realize that he can hit it this way, which will absolutely ball you. He can hit it up the wall, which you can't really do anything about, or he can hit it over you, or he could hit it straight. It's like, and like, what are you gonna do even if you 50 this ball? Yeah, like, come on, dude. I'm actually raging. Whoa. And this is hey, your teammate gets the stupidest touch ever, but like, actually no, that's not your fault. Why your teammate did that? Come on, man. He's gotta be better than that. But you were just in their corner for no reason. You could have been behind him, or middle, like where he's accidentally passing the ball. But no, because you did the stupidest challenge ever. Now your teammate's in a 1v1. So sure, that would have been his fault, but like, you were able to prevent your teammate's mistake, and instead you also made a mistake, so that him doing that is a goal. And then guess what? They missed the open net pretty much. So it's not a goal. This is kind of strange because your teammate is like already on this. I guess maybe you're going for a team pitch. I don't know, but it does make sense to try and hit this to the right. I think you should be the one going for this ball because you have like the free right side of the field. You touch this, get corner boost, and go for your double flip reset. What's happening? All right, you just, yeah, bang the ball. It doesn't matter. Don't flip. Wait, actually, you know what? Maybe don't. So what you should do here is don't flip into the ball. Never flip into the ball in this scenario. Like, just never. Like literally never. Unless you can actually, like, someone's going for the ball that you're gonna beat, but maybe. But when it's just like, oh, you should clear this ball, you can just keep driving on the wall. I think I said this in one of your replay analysis like a long time ago. So I guess you didn't listen, but just drive on the wall and push this. You're gonna just drive into the ball. Boom. It's gonna. That looks like it's being hit middle, but like, you push it down the wall. It pops slightly off, and then you have zero boost. You wait for it. And then anybody goes for it. You jump and flip off the wall into it. Just go as far as you can. Like nobody's challenging it. You can just touch this further down the wall and then flip into it. At any point. You can push it completely into their corner until someone goes, and then you flip into it. It just, you know, if it's not a threat, don't give away the ball. Oh, you tripped over the post. Also, what does this touch? So, they bring it back. Maybe you're trying to backboard pass, but that was a pretty bad backboard pass. I think you definitely just could have just taken your time. Look how much time you have. Catch the ball and flick it. Or, take a light touch. Do the thing that Spook brags about. He's like, oh guys, light touch and hard touch. Boom. He's so smart. Or you just like do a light touch here. And then you drive around it and then shoot it like a hard shot. Not like literally driving around it, but a shot. Which is a useful thing to do. It just, you have space. This isn't the thing at the start of the game where you like can't really score it. Like you have the time to make an outplay. Like why would you just do that? I don't think it's the right idea. It's a good thing you didn't challenge this ball, because earlier in the game you were gonna like stand still and wait for it to go to you here. But yeah, just keep shadowing, just go back. I think even here, you don't have to actually shadow this ball as much as you can just like let your teammate, like you're kind of going back this way, but there is a chance that he gets it like a direction turn that way. So you facing this way or making that turn isn't really great. I think your teammate's pushing this. You just make like a little bit of a wider turn where you're close enough to the ball where you can still make a play after your teammate does, but also wide enough so that if your teammate gets beat, you're still back ish. Cool. Bro, what the heck? I hate you. What the? Huh? Huh? You passed it to your teammate. Oh, it was a pass to your teammate. Nah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Pinches are like, why? No. Pinches are wild. What? Don't pinch the ball, man. Don't go for pinches. It's kind of stupid. I mean, go for pinches if you're gonna score it. If you can cook your pinches literally 110 kph into their goal right now, sure, go for it. Be my guest. But like, bro, you have time. You have enough boost to do something. You have 30 boost. 32, 45, 39, 39. Just take it up the wall. And then push it. Take it. You have 39 boost. Take it up the wall. Push it. Wait. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. No one has challenged the ball yet. Cool. Now you can play it. Oop, I accidentally just started going backwards, but Or you push up the wall, someone starts to go near him, boom, you flip off the wall and just hit it away. That's fine. If you're gonna hit it away, you better at least beat one person, If you have time, you hit it away. Like, what's your excuse? Like, what? Like, come on, bro. You're just lucky your teammate got there, man. I think you should have been prepared to fake challenges if he still had control, but it looked like you were just ready to full-on challenge it no matter what. You could have gotten beaten. But, he lost control, so it works. I like that play a lot. I mean, you messed it up, but I like what you're trying to do. You jump here, you make them think you're trying to push it this way, and then what you do is you trying to 50 it just into this corner of the net while they're kind of on this side of the ball trying to guard this post. You can force it there. I think that's a smart play because there's nothing you can really do here. You can't like literally just beat them. At least maybe if you like just went around it and start hitting it backwards, maybe you could. But at that point, that's not really going to help. I don't think your teammate's in position to do anything about that. So I like what you're trying to do. They just challenge a little later than you expected. Oh, you're in danger. You're alone. I mean, hey, if this is Jam 3, you've been scored on like 10 times from challenges like these. Because people will just control the ball instead of just whatever that was. But yeah, you gotta just go back post, and that is not going to the middle of the net and then doing a donut for fun. Because he can definitely oops, he can definitely push it this way into the net, and the problem, because you probably think, oh, okay, we'll just guard that. All right, now what if he goes this and he cuts it this way, and he can control it and still score? Well, now you can't really guard this because he can do either one. If you just back post, sorry, if you're doing a back post turn like this, and then you start turning this way, then he goes this way, you challenge him. He goes this way, it's in the corner, and you can complete your cycle and make another challenge on it. Or you could be shadowing the ball the whole time, but it's a little bit too late to start shadowing. And also, don't challenge this, because if he beats you, it's a goal. Luckily, he's horrible. I'll go off. Alright, you can't air dribble, you're horrible. You can half flip though, it's better than current. I guess you, oh, okay, whatever. I guess you can go for roost. Cool. Oh my god. If that's how the game ends. Okay, crazy. Wow, your teammate is actually crazy. What is that, bro? Can we just make fun of your teammate? Just for a second. So you're clearly first man here. He kind of goes up at the same time as you here. But he's on the right of you, so he definitely goes behind you. Him taking the corner boost is crazy, bro. What an actual guy. I mean, actually, your teammate's pretty good, though, so he's probably the best in the lobby. Ooh, you. Okay, so this is driving sideways, but you're not driving sideways towards the play. You're you're just shadowing the ball, but if you started going back now, then you'd be too far away from the play. So you're just like delaying, turning back, waiting to turn back, I mean. So this is fine because you're not kind of just driving sideways. You know, it's like I said, you're driving sideways to fake challenge, kind of. You could have done more with this. I think you gotta just try and like learn this, you know. I guess, you know, you can't really control it that much because like, what are you gonna do? It's already going up. But I don't know. You could have gotten more around it. I don't know. Wow, you really did not check the play. Wow, you probably like jumped out of your seat when you realized the ball was now in your corner. You had no idea what happened to the ball because like, look at this. All right, it's in their corner. It's in their corner. It's safe. It's in their corner. You don't check on the ball for so long. It's now in your corner. Wow, that could have been really scary. And also, I don't really know. I think you leave the play a little bit too far. You definitely could grab pads and stay somewhat in the play. Yeah. Oh, teammate misses. You get the. Oh, you get the free pass to the other team. Hey, look, you're in the corner. You're behind the ball. They can't score here, no matter what you do, as long as you don't pass it to them. So all you gotta do is stay behind the ball, control it, slow it down. Just hit the brakes, Maybe single jump if you want to keep it on the ground. If you 50 this guy, bro, he's not beating you. Like, he's not beating you. And your teammate's right there. He's gonna collect the ball. Don't don't bang the ball in this situation. This is the safest place you can be on the map. Don't bang the ball. The only time you should bang the ball is maybe if you get like, oh, it's like a crazy bang, you know. This is gonna generate an opportunity. They're not gonna be ready for this. Or, you know, if it's a bang that you can follow, which is still controlling the ball. But like, bro, don't do this. Hey, your teammate was kind of awkward there because of what you did. That could have been a goal. You're last man, and you're driving sideways again. So instead of being back, so see how you're last man. So obviously, are you gonna challenge us from the side again? Because if so, I will beat you. Um, and then since you're a sensible person, you're not gonna challenge the ball from the side again. You're just gonna go back post. That's all you're gonna do. Your teammates, he was already here, ready to push this. That's all you gotta do. Don't challenge the ball from the side. You better stop. Okay, cool. If your teammate wasn't there, I know you would have challenged it from the side, and I would have been very disappointed. Oh, crazy! Notice how you did a near since you drove from the side. Now you're doing a near post rotation, and that's really awkward for you because okay, I don't need to explain this. It's just really awkward for you. If you're back post, look how this would be so easy. This would be so easy. Look at this man. Look just so easy. Now you just have to rely on him being the freaking this guy is off. I hate this game, bro. Oh, Zomer kid. I'm actually starting to lose brain cells, man. This is crazy. You're horrible. Control the ball. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, you're scoring. Oh, the flick. Wow, that went over both of them. That's how the game ends. Okay, well, to examine the last play, you controlled the ball for once in won you the game. You flicked it. Hey, you gave it away, but only once one guy went. So you guarantee you beat at least one person. That's all you can ask. That's all it is at this rank. Just beat one person. That's your job. If you beat 0, if you pass the ball to them, if you give it away when you have time or when there's no one going, because let's be honest, no one really fake challenges here. Well, they do, but just not that commonly. You flicked it and they missed. And if this guy touches the ball, it's still, if the last guy touches the ball, it's still like a good position for you because he can't control it and he can't beat anyone with his touch. Maybe you, but you'll be getting back. Crazy. I would say a good game, but I would be lying. How long was this? An hour 13. It's actually not that long, but hey, it's two. Well, I say an hour 13. It's not that long. It's twos, I guess. I have less things to say about twos usually. Don't be driving sideways. Just make, dude. There's just so much. There was so much to say. Please take note, bro. Otherwise, I'm actually gonna go insane, man. But okay, you made some good plays. That you did some things right. You did a lot of things wrong. If you fix the things that I said, I think you could get to champ 2, maybe low champ 3 if you work on the mechanics a bit. But hey, okay, that's no, I'm done with that.